Am I the a-hole for refusing to reconnect with my alcoholic, manipulative mom just because she's sober? Alright, buckle up because this is going to be a ride. I, 38F, haven't spoken to my mother, 66F, since December 2022. And now, suddenly, my aunt is acting like I'm the villain for refusing to call her. Her big argument? She's sober now, and her apartment is clean. But let's be real, she's not sober because she chose to change. She's sober because she's broke, isolated, and literally can't access alcohol anymore. And I'm still angry. I'm still tired. I'm still healing. And no, I don't feel like I owe her anything just because she gave birth to me. But let's rewind a bit, because this didn't come out of nowhere. Growing up, my mom was a walking tornado of emotional and financial abuse. She wasn't just a bad parent. She was dangerous in a way that you don't even recognize until you're much older. I remember the way she used to steal from us. She drained my college savings account. She opened credit cards in my name, my sister's name, even my dad's name without permission. By the time I was in high school, hiding overdue bills from my father had become just another after-school chore. Some kids had piano lessons. We had fraud management. She was also a compulsive liar, the kind who'd ruin lives without blinking. Once, she spread a false rumor that my sister's friend's boyfriend was abusive. It wasn't true, but that lie? It ended a friendship that had lasted over a decade. Another time, when I was a teenager, I had to walk home 2 miles in the dead of a Midwest winter wearing only my volleyball uniform.
Why?
Because my mom left the phone off the hook to avoid bill collectors. I was freezing, couldn't call anyone, and she just shrugged it off. That was normal to her. That was my mom. And yet, somehow, I still tried. I adapted. Because when you're a kid, you just do. You think every mom must be like this in some way. Fast forward to 2014. I was an adult, living with my boyfriend, and we needed a temporary place to crash over the summer after our lease ended. My parents were living in a lake house at the time, peaceful, charming, sounded dreamy. She invited us to stay. I thought maybe she'd mellowed out, that maybe things would be different now. They weren't. Not even close. My dad, bless his heart, started confiding in me that he thought she was cheating. I went full protective daughter investigator mode, and yep, found the texts.
Clear as day.
Proof of the affair. When I confronted her, she denied it. Like while I was literally holding her phone in my hand. Gaslighting 101. Then came the wine-fueled bombshell. At a casual ladies' night, with my dad's sisters present, she blurted out that she wanted a divorce. No warning. No sensitivity. Just boom, like she was announcing a cruise vacation. It was humiliating. Disrespectful. My dad had supported her financially their entire marriage, paid every bill, and gave her the freedom to work part-time and spend what she earned however she wanted. She walked away from that life and immediately moved in with the man she cheated with, who was, wait for it, 14 years younger, toothless, and someone she met at a NASCAR event. I wish I was exaggerating. That was it for my sister and me. We were done. We cut contact. We were just tired.
Exhausted.
We couldn't watch her dismantle the last shreds of stability in our family and still pretend she was the victim. Then, karma struck, if you can call it that. About a year later, her new boyfriend died of a heart attack. I tried to feel bad for her. But it was complicated because 3 months before he died, she took out a life insurance policy on him. Again, not kidding. I felt a mix of guilt and disbelief, so I agreed to go on a trip with her. One last shot at reconnecting. It was a disaster. She brought his ashes. Every place we visited, she scattered a bit of him. It felt like I was third-wheeling a creepy, posthumous honeymoon. After that, I emotionally checked out. I'd call once a month, just enough to convince myself I wasn't a terrible daughter. But even those calls felt fake. She was still drinking. And I don't mean a glass of wine here and there. I mean a box of wine and a 6-pack every single
day.
Eventually, she got evicted. She lived in her school classroom for a while. Yes, she was still working. Then she crashed in a makeshift studio above a friend's garage. Meanwhile, she never once called me or my sister to check in. Not even once. And here's the kicker. My sister now has 2 sons. They're 5 and 3 years old. Our mom has never met them. Not in person. Not on video chat. Nothing. Yet she posts pictures of them on Facebook like she's Grandma of the Year. Look at my beautiful grandsons. She'd caption the stolen photos. Except they wouldn't even recognize her. They've never met her. So I started commenting, calling her out. I'd say, "You've never met them," or we don't talk. Because I was sick of the fantasy. People praised her for being a devoted mother and grandmother. It made me physically ill. She blocked me. Good riddance. Then came the crash. A few weeks ago, her landlord reached out to my sister. He said our mom was a wreck, constantly drunk, falling downstairs. She'd been to the ER 6 times in a month for chest pains. She weighs 67 pounds now. She's 5 feet 4 inches. Used to be 150. Her organs are failing. Her bank account is frozen because she posted her debit card on Facebook. Her car doesn't run. She lives in the middle of nowhere. Her landlords are the only ones taking care of her. My sister and I started discussing APS, Adult Protective Services, since we live in another state. Then my aunt, our dad's sister, said, "Let me go visit first."
She did.
She said mom's place was tidy. She was clean. She seemed sober. Of course she's sober. She has no alcohol, no money, no transportation, no access. That's not recovery. That's circumstantial sobriety. And now my aunt thinks I should call her. Even my sister is wavering, saying things like, "What if this is our last chance?" But I can't do it, because what happens when she gets money again? When she's near a liquor store, when she gets back online, the cycle will start over. Manipulation,
Lies.
guilt trips, victimhood, blaming us for abandoning her. And most of all, she's never once apologized, never shown an ounce of accountability, never made any effort to rebuild a relationship. She just expects us to drop everything because she's our mother. But being a mom isn't a get-out-of-jail-free card. Being a mom doesn't mean you get to destroy people and demand their love later because you finally hit rock bottom. So now I'm stuck in the guilt spiral. Everyone around me says, "But she's your mom. What if she dies? What if this is your only chance?" But I don't know. I feel like if I call her, I'm opening a door that took me years to shut. So, am I the a-hole for keeping her blocked and refusing to call, even if she's finally sober, but only because she's trapped?